Oh goodness. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Richard, and let's see, we are live. Let's see, I decided that today's topic was going to be diet and nutrition because I just got home and literally I'm still eating. So we're gonna freaking mukbang this stuff right here. If you're not familiar with mukbang, it's a very Korean thing, and pretty much there's people who record themselves eating food while talking, and they usually, you could like Google search this, like there's like a huge quantity of food that they just consume. And anyway, I'm going to finish my dinner while having a conversation, so feel free to jump in. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. So I will start with what the heck I'm eating right now. Right now what I'm eating is this is like my prep meal before my huge commitment. Tomorrow, let's see, is it tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow night I'm starting, I'm actually going vegan tomorrow for a week. First time ever. But this is kind of the prep. This is pretty much 90% vegetables and very, very sparse little slices of beef. So what I have in here is I got like rice, red quinoa, carrots, zucchini, what else do I have? Kale, some beef, mixed greens, and let's see, some vegetable soup. I just mix it together. I'm not a very good cook, but oh goodness. But I'm here. I'm here and we're gonna have fun. So today's conversation, I want to talk about nutrition and dieting. Again, I'm going to be very, very clear on this and say I am not an expert in nutrition or dieting. The reason I'm creating these live streams is because I want to create a conversation where we can just talk openly and have a conversation where you can learn from me and I can learn from you. I am such a newbie when it comes to eating healthy and all that kind of stuff. I am about to embark on a journey where I am going to start learning how to eat healthy and eat foods that are right for me. So starting tomorrow at 8 p.m., that's just the time that I've decided that's my starting point, is when I'm going to start. My first week is going to be intermittent fasting and vegan. So that means no meat and no meat products, and only eating between the hours of noon till 8 p.m. So that's kind of my initial journey. I see Jackie, Kian, Timothy, Matt, thank you for hopping in. And let's see, Armando, Richard, let's see, are you talking? No. Let's see, ignore comment, Richard de la Fuente. Let's see, Armando, let's see, this salad looks delicious. I don't even know what this is. Is this really a salad? I have no idea. This is like a salad, soup, and rice bowl all mixed together. That's what this is. Okay, all right, we're having way too much fun here. Let's get serious now. Health and nutrition, so serious. So what I want to do, what I really want to do is I want to create a question so you guys can start asking, answering so I could eat. Otherwise, if I'm doing all the talking, how the heck am I supposed to eat? This food is going to get cold and that would suck. Let's Yes, Christine. Yes, we really did mukbang. All right, I'm going to take a bite. Please excuse me. All right. So I want to open up today for this live stream. I want to open up conversation to eating habits. How do I say this? Eating habits. What are some? I guess in a way, I'm curious from everyone who's watching right now. What are some things that you have done, or like certain diets, or nutritional plans that you follow that is working for you? I'm really curious to know what's working for you, and how has it affected your life positively. I want to know, like, is there any kind of tricks, as like obviously eating more vegetables, maybe fruits, eating more whole foods? Like, is there kind of like a cheat for you that has helped you, one, enjoy eating healthy, and two, have you actually noticed an increase of energy and productivity throughout your day? So that's one thing that I'm really curious about, and one of the reasons why I'm so interested in eating healthier is because I want to have more energy during my day. So tomorrow I'm starting a thing called a letter of declaration, which is a 3-month commitment to better my life. And under the there's 6 different categories. Just under the category of health, my goal is to focus in 3 different areas. Number 1 is food, so nutrition. And that's eating healthy, eating whole foods, no processed foods, no sugars, minimize carbs. Let's see, what else? Minimize oils and maybe some nuts, things like that. Things that are just healthier and more nutritious. So that's number 1. Number 2 is, so I got food. The second one is exercise. I plan to exercise every single day, just like I have for the past month with my friend/coaching client, Scott Huynh. So woo woo, if he's on. He's probably too busy to be on right now. Number 3 is the other part of health that I want to focus on, specifically more physical health, is sleep. I want to practice good sleep hygiene and go to sleep, at a pretty good time, like 10 p.m., wake up at maybe before 5 a.m. So I think for me, that would just bring me into better spirits and also make me more productive. So yes, I feel like I'm talking a little bit too much about me. So let's see what other stuff we got here. So Alpha Cool Skate says, eat pizza and pasta all day to be healthy. Pizza's a vegetable, right? Best advice on diets is not eating that much. Nice. I keep losing and gaining. Me too. In all seriousness, I have been vegetarian since birth. So I have never been fat in my life ever. Due to religion, I'm vegetarian. Let's see. My classmate just keep eating not so healthy snacks like potato chips and soda, and I just don't do that, at least rarely. All right, so oh goodness, hold on. There's losing and gaining. Let's talk about losing and gaining weight. The yo-yo effect. So one thing, I want to share my really basic knowledge here. I'm not an expert, but I'm going to share whatever the heck I know. So hopefully it'll be supportive. So what I know, like what I've heard, is diets don't work. I'm going to repeat that again. Diets don't work. What I've heard is that if you want to change your health and your habit, and you actually want to lose weight long term, you have to make it a habit. You have to make it a lifestyle. So yeah, I'm a person who has massively fluctuating weight. So just to give you perspective, when I graduated college in 2011, I was weighing 210 pounds. And then I dropped from 210 down to like 180 a year later. And then I dropped down again to like 165. And then another year later, I dropped down to 147, which was the lowest I ever did. So 147, I was wearing like extra small clothes and stuff like that. I challenged myself. I want to push myself to be really skinny. So I did that. And then from there, I went all the way back up to like 165, went back up to 180. And then when I went to go travel to Taiwan, my cousin was like, hey, here's the scale, or, like, weigh yourself. And after, this is like, I had a cell phone in my pocket, I was wearing heavy clothes and all that stuff. And I just came back from eating a ton of food, but I ended up hitting 189, which is crazy. But then I just weighed myself now and I was like 178 or something like that. So anyway, my point is my weight has fluctuated up and down a lot. And a lot of it has to do with, of course, exercise and the food that I've been eating. So let's see. Yes. I guess in a way, right now in this season of my life, I feel very focused on being in control of what I'm eating and eating to be healthy, eating for the nutrition as opposed to eating for pleasure. So crossing my fingers that things continue to go well, but currently it seems like so far for the past 4 days or so, I feel like I've been very focused on just like, I'm literally just eating for nutrition. Like I don't have this super strong desire to eat because food tastes good. Not that I don't enjoy eating food like this. Even eating this healthy stuff, normally, if you asked me before, like, Richard, like, is that really good? Like this salad crap soup thing? Before I'd be like, no, that's kind of gross. I'd rather eat my fried chicken and pizza and pasta, But for now, this stuff is pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bite because I'm going to slowly finish this as I eat, and then I'm going to read the spam of comments that I just saw, like at least 10 to 15. Hold on. Okay. Rarely eating those not so healthy snacks. Let's see. That's possible. One of the many reasons I'm still slim. Blah blah blah. Okay. I want pumpkin bread. Armando says, "Hey Richard, what's your best advice you can give to break bad habits and routines? Also, ways to start trying to do productive stuff nonstop." Richard, do you still play video games? That's funny. It's almost like every single stream, everyone asks, Richard, do you still play video games? So if you asked me like a few months ago, I would have said yes. Currently, no. And I don't have any intention of playing. So given that I made that video, the chances are you saw this YouTube channel because I made a video about, you know, me quitting video games. That was like 3 years ago. So I quit, and then I even after I said I quit, I went back to it several times, and then I quit again, went back to it, quit again, went back to it. So in the season of my life, I have quit. I don't like to say I'm done with it forever, because you know, what if one day, you know, I have a friend who wants to play video games, and I'm okay with taking that time to bond with people. Now, like, it's, how do I say this? I'm not ready to be like, I'm committed to not playing video games anymore. You know, I already naturally don't feel like playing video games, so I'm okay with that. I guess in a way the reason why I leave that open is because there's a part of me that still wants to kind of connect and relate with people through video games, because video games is really popular with a lot of different people. It's just in this moment I don't play, and my life feels a lot better when I don't play, because I feel a lot more in control of my life, and it gives me a lot more time to do, in my opinion, more meaningful things for me. So that's where I'm at with video games. Alrighty. Let's see. All right, Armando, I want to go back to your question of what's your best advice you can give to break bad habits and routines? Also, ways to start trying to do productive stuff nonstop. Whew. Armando, like that's such a real question. Like, so real that I feel like I just faced that question today. All right, so how do we break bad habits, and how do we start doing more productive things nonstop? I feel like on a root level, it's practice. Like, literally, commitment and staying dedicated is literally just a muscle. So the more you practice commitment and breaking those bad habits, the better you will be at it. So it's been a long-term struggle for myself, and like it's still an ongoing process. Like, where I am at today in this moment, I'm so much better than I was before. However, I still have so much more room to grow. You know, that's just how habits work. Habits are one of those things that you know, form one at a time, and literally it's just a decision. It's just a decision if you want to choose to break a bad habit. And trust me, it's tough. Like, I'm going to give a little bit of a, you know, quick little shout out here. Like today, so my life right now is overall it's beautiful. It's great. However, today I had a pretty bad moment. I had a pretty, I don't want to say negative, but negative. Like, I felt really crappy today because, you know, I'm starting up these goals, and for the next 3 months, I'm committing myself to, you know, tackling some hardcore goals, and my fears, my insecurities, my doubts started coming up. And a lot of times it's our insecurities, our doubts, the negative self-talk that we have that pushes us down, that says, no, you can't break that bad habit. Like, that's who you are. And then I was really hesitant, but I reached out to this girl named Christine, who I am dating. And, you know, I kind of opened up, and she pretty much like supported me through this whole process of like, how do I say this? Just breaking the thought process. I believe if you have a certain bad habit and it's backed by negative emotions or negative stories that, oh, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, or, you know, this bad habit is just, this is who I am, you know, I'm not disciplined enough. Goodness. I hate you, Christine, but, you know, I love you at the same time. So Christine was like, all right, Richard, what would, if you flip the roles, and let's see, so I was the one struggling, right? And then she like flipped the roles around, and she said, okay, Richard, what would you tell Richard if he was struggling, this other person. And then I'm like, ah, dang it. Like, it gets so real because I had to self-examine it. And the thing I was going to tell myself if I was feeling down and felt like, you know, I couldn't do it, I couldn't, whatever, in this case, break a bad habit and be more productive and go towards my vision was, number one, I'm going to say Armando, you need to know that you can do it. You need to know that you're 100% capable of breaking your bad habits and forming good habits. And everything that's happened in the past for you, is your past. You know, that's not who you are today. Who you are in this moment is defined by who you choose to be. And just know that you're going to have your ups and your downs. You know, you're going to have your struggles, but that's okay. Like, as long as you keep moving forward, you're going to get to your goal. So talking about bad habits, how do you break them? It's literally just pushing through the challenges, and it's uncomfortable. It really is. Like, literally today, I made a Facebook Live that's in the Infinite Mastery community. You know, a very, very personal Facebook Live video that I didn't post on Facebook or YouTube because it was just really personal to me. But, you know, Infinite Mastery community, that's my fam. So, I mean, you all are my fam too. This is Infinite Mastery Life right here. So, my point is, earlier today, I legit had a lot of negative thoughts. And had I been sitting there by myself and continue to sit there, I would have sat this whole entire day feeling super negative. And the only thing that helped snap me out was, you know, someone else supporting me. So thank you, Christine. So Armando, to you, again, breaking bad habits is a choice. And like, you have multiple options here. If you want to break a bad habit, number one is just a choice. So think about what's a bad habit you want to break. Let's just say it's playing too many video games. Let's say you want to reduce it or just go cold turkey and you want to just stop playing it. If that's the case, then you get to acknowledge, be aware of your bad habit, and make a choice that, you know, you're like, okay, starting now, I'm choosing to I'm just gonna cut that bad habit out. So that's really all it is. What else do I have here? Second thing is, if you have a hard time keeping yourself accountable, like me, you know, I struggle with that. That's a skill I'm still trying to learn, is how do I keep myself accountable? If you struggle with that, then what you get to do is you get to reach out for support. You get to reach out for other people to get help and to help keep you accountable. I'm here, you know, like, why not message me? So if you need support, here you go. You got one person right here. Or, you know, reach out to, if you got a friend, that'd be great. You know, I'm also here for you as well. So you got plenty of resources. So there's no excuses for you not to break a habit, besides the excuses that you create for yourself. All right, you're 100% capable of doing that. Alrighty. And Armando, the last thing I want to leave you with is, if you're struggling with trying to break a bad habit and trying to create positive habits nonstop, I'm going to ask you that question too. If you flip the roles and you were kind of teaching someone else, like a little kid, the little kid version of Armando, what would you say to him? What would you say to him if he said to you, like, pretend I'm little Armando. I'm like, hey, Armando, you know, I have a lot of bad habits, and I'm trying to form good habits. And, you know, I want to have, like, really, really positive habits. Can you help me out with that? I'm not sure how. Like, what would you recommend me, Armando? You know? So, that's what I mean. That's a question you get to answer. Like, to me, that was for Christine to put that into my perspective and make me answer the question for myself, like as if I were to tell someone else, like, positively screwed up my mind. Like, it was like, ah, dang it. Like, now I have to be responsible. Now I get it. It's super uncomfortable, but, you know, I got over it. So thank you. Alrighty. Let's see. Alrighty, here we go. I can notice that beauty by how your plant looks. Okay, awesome TED Talk. Thank you. Peel and replace. Cool. Alrighty. Sweet. We are caught up on comments, and my food is getting cold, so I will take a bite. Let me know if you have more questions, and we'll continue the conversation. Before I take a bite, let's. I want to I want to ask an open-ended question that I haven't even thought about yet, and I'll figure out right now. So, let's see. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's do a little bit more of a fun question. What is, in terms of food, what is your guilty pleasure food? Like, what's something that you just love eating and it's like, it's kind of unhealthy, or maybe it's healthy, I don't care. But what is your guilty pleasure food that you enjoy eating? I'll share with you mine after I finish taking a bite. 2 bites. Okay. So I see a few I see a few comments. Let's see. McDonald's and Doritos are, let's see, are some guilty pleasures. Let's see, my guilty pleasure. Goodness. I'm trying to figure out what my current guilty pleasure is. My old guilty pleasure when I was a kid was chips and salsa. I used to eat it nonstop. I used to eat like those huge family party-sized bags in a week, and a whole tub of salsa from Costco in a week as well. Like nonstop. Like it was, I don't know, it was like it's so unhealthy. It's so bad. But I'm like, oh, it has tomatoes and stuff. So I don't know. I just ate way too much of that when I was younger. Let's see, my guilty pleasure food right now. I mean, before eating healthy, like previously, I would say Taco Bell. I feel like Taco Bell was my guilty pleasure food. Like they got $1. They got freaking $1. Like what do they call it? Potato-ritos. Those are delicious. And then the potato and the potato breakfast burrito is $1 too, which is super amazing. Super delicious. Like awesome fake cheese in it, like that, you know, that gooey cheese. Oh, goodness. So that was my guilty pleasure for a while. Like I keep track of all my finances, and I'm pretty sure if I look back at like how many times I went to Taco Bell, it'd be like a lot. Because it's like every single time I go to Taco Bell, it's like $2. You know, I get 2 of them, and it's filling and it's delicious. Like, how can you go wrong with that? So, yeah, Taco Bell was my guilty pleasure food. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Poutine, terribly unhealthy but irresistible. Poutine. Oh goodness, how do I don't eat a lot of that. Let's see. I'm sorry. I gotta. Oh my goodness, poutine. Oh, that is so unhealthy. That's amazing. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god. I can see how poutines would be delicious. Yes. Absolutely. You know, I don't have a lot of poutine. That's like not a very common thing around here. I'm surprised. They should have more of that stuff here. What else? Ah, goodness. I mean, chips are delicious too. You know, it's. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out some random things. So, I remember when I was younger, like in elementary school, and middle school, and high school, I used to think that the cafeteria food was real food. Like, because those food, it's what we eat, right? Like, and then they always have like the freaking what is it, the food pyramid that shows you the vegetables and the meat and the bread and all that kind of stuff. And it's funny because I finally like went back and thought about all the food that I used to eat when I was younger, such as like hot dogs and those triangle hash browns, and what else did we get? Like, I mean, sloppy joes I wish I had, but pizza, you know, like I want to talk about pizza right now. So hopefully you're smarter than me, but when I was young, I used to think pizza was like real food. And it took me the longest time to realize that there is no nutrition in pizza. Like literally the crust of the pizza is just dough. It's just like, it's flour, you know, so there's nothing in there. So it's white flour, you know, like bleached flour. So it's like, that's nothing in there. And then you got your sauce. Your sauce, like the sauce is just full of sugar. And what else is it? Like tomato paste, which isn't really real food, you know, there's not a lot of nutrition in that. And then you got the cheese. The cheese is a lot of fat, oil, you know, stuff like that. Sure, you might have some calcium and shit like that, but for the most part, it's really not that healthy. So it took me the longest time to realize that. I thought pizza was just good food. So yeah, fun little facts that I've learned there. Cool. Let's see. Doritos nacho cheese. Man, talking about all this food, just junk food, sounds delicious. You don't have to do this to us. Let's see, Armando. I mean, dough would be still nothing, so it's fine to eat pizza if you think that way. Well, Armando, if you put it that way, sure, absolutely. So, let's see, food. Yeah, so right now, my health goal, nutrition goal is literally just to eat things that are, I guess you can say almost things that are mostly living, like plants, anything plant-based. Yeah, so vegetables, fruits, what else do I got here? Grains. I mean, even grains I try to limit because, I don't know, I think that's just more fillers than anything else. Yeah. AGP, hello, good to see you on. Sione, good to see you on. Yay. Let's see. Okay, so I should go on a diet too. Come join. I'm starting my diet tomorrow. I'm doing intermittent fasting. Again, that's you don't eat for 16 hours a day, and then you only eat between an 8-hour window. I've chosen 12 to 8 p.m. And well, today, I'm going a little bit over. That just means tomorrow I got to eat a little bit later too. So please let me finish eating so I don't have to wait so long tomorrow. And also trying vegan for the first time. I guess kind of just to try it out for health stuff and see how I like it. I've always been one of those people like, vegan? Like, that sounds ridiculous. Like, even vegetarian already is silly. But yeah, I'm going to try it out. I guess I'm motivated enough to try it out. So I want to eat this real quick because, yeah, I don't want to delay the time window too late because that just means I can't eat much tomorrow. If you say diets don't work, why do it? If diets do work, why don't do it? Hold on. What? That was like a awesome paradox question. If you say diets don't work, why do it? If diets do work, why don't do it? Okay, so if diets don't work, why do it? Let's see. So how do I say this? Right now, what I'm doing, you can say I'm going on a vegan diet for a week. Yes, I agree with that. It's not the vegan lifestyle, but the purpose of me doing this quote unquote vegan diet is because I want to test it out to see how I could apply it to my more long-term game. Like that's the ultimate goal of it. So if anything, I feel like diets are good to introduce us to maybe different styles or of diets or, whatever you want to say. Lifestyles and stuff like that. So yes, that's what I have. I'm gonna leave it at that. I remember you, Richard. You came to my school. Awesome. Darko. I remember your name. Remind me what school. I'd be curious to know. Figure out what school that is. Let's see. Yazan, I remember talking to Richard 3 years ago for inspiration on losing some weight. Since then, I've lost 55 pounds. Holy goodness. Dude, give it up for Yazan. Wow, what the heck? Since 3 years ago, he's lost 55 pounds. That's freaking amazing. Congratulations. Like, that's, oh, goodness. That's amazing. All right. Dude, Yazan, like, you got to hook us up right now. Like, if you've lost that much weight, like, you got to share with us, like, what's working for you? Like, what did you do to lose 55 pounds? Because nobody just randomly loses 55 pounds. I'm curious to know, what was your diet like? If you don't mind sharing, I'd love to hear. Let's see. Number one is, kind of nutrition. What does your diet look like? Tell us more. And then exercise as well. What has your exercise been looking like? That'd be great. Yeah, I'd love to hear about that. AGP Darko. Let's see. Your name is Darko, but it's in your name. Let's see. And the school is Walnut. Oh, Walnut Park. That's awesome. Thanks for connecting. Oh, I was wondering. There's another username with the word Darko in it, but it was slightly different from yours. So I was just curious about that. Armando, hey Richard. I wonder if you're working late at night. What's the best time to stop and start sleeping? So, Armando, in terms of when's a good time to stop working and go to sleep? I really feel like that's dependent on every single person is different. So you got to kind of understand what your body is like. And that's such a cliche like thing to say, like a common response, but I feel like it's kind of I feel like you have to experiment with one, what works for you, and then two, also like I feel like you can always almost trick yourself into believing what works for you. So, for example, I used to believe that I'm more productive at night, which I still feel like I am more productive at night. So I'm not going to take that away. However, I don't think that means I need to be staying up till 2 a.m. in the morning. I think there is scientific research that says that sleeping at a certain hour is probably more healthy for you. And for me mentally, I'm choosing, crossing my fingers, I'm choosing to adjust my sleep schedule so I sleep around 10 or 11 p.m., which to me is really, really early, and then wake up at before 5 a.m. That's my goal. I haven't fully done it yet, but that is my goal. Because for me, it's more of a mental thing. It's like, number one, going to sleep quote unquote early, 10 or 11 p.m. for me feels good. So that's why I want to do it. And waking up for me before 5 a.m. feels good because it feels like I have the rest of the day to work. Again, that might just be a placebo slash psychological, effect or whatever the heck that is. But that's what I'm choosing to test out because it makes me feel good. All right. So that's what I'm going with. I hate waking up. Nowadays, I hate waking up too late because it makes me feel like I've lost my whole entire day. So that's what I got there. Rico Salas, you go to the gym at 5. Right now I'm playing around with my schedule because with it, today was the first day I tried intermittent fasting, meaning I didn't start eating until noon. And what I realized is like I kind of want to exercise right before I eat. So I used to work out early in the morning around 5 a.m. But currently I'm in a test period. I might try working out in the morning still, or I might move my workout to around 11 a.m. That way I could exercise and then eat right after. So that's kind of my plan there. Currently in the morning, I still have a routine. I wake up and then let's see, what's the first thing I do? I tried meditation this morning. I don't think meditation is going to be part of my regular schedule. It's not me in that way. I'm not ready for meditation. The real meditation. So I'm not going to do real meditation, but I'm planning every single morning. The first thing I do when I wake up is probably something like learning, like just maybe 45 minutes of just learning, either reading a book or learning a new topic around relationships, love, self-esteem, communication, just learning something. So that's kind of my goal and a habit that I want to create every single morning. And that's a commitment that I'm going to make starting tomorrow. All right. So that's my new morning routine. And I will keep you posted. I'm going to be making regular Facebook Live videos and YouTube Live videos. So you all will know when, how that's going for me and if it's worth it for you to try it out. Okay. Let's see. I know that people need to sleep at least 8 hours. That's a tough one. I mean, like 8 hours for me seems like a lot, and I don't know. I'm gonna play around with that. So originally I was sleeping 6 hours a day, or ideally, my ideal amount of hours I would like to sleep is 6, but for some reason I end up sleeping like 4. So I'm pushing myself to fit in at least 7 hours of sleep. And I'm going to see how that works out. I'm hoping with a combination of sleep, eating healthy, and exercise, that will give me enough energy to kind of sustain that energy so I don't have to take naps throughout the day. Scott, good to see you on. Hey, good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Seriously, I know you're super hectic and busy. Thanks for hopping on, and I'm looking forward to talking with you more. Okay, so quick question I see. Does meditation help? So from what I hear from a lot of people, meditation helps. However, I'm going to be the counter argument to meditation because for me personally, the formal meditation, the one that you like, I mean, there's a lot of different kinds of meditations. The one that you kind of like sit there and you breathe, you're like, focus on your breath. Now focus on the energy that's radiating in your body and imagine that it's going from your head to your toe. That kind of meditation for me, I've tried it, and there's either two things. Number one, it doesn't work for me, or number two, I haven't mastered it enough for it to like be effective for me. So I was having a conversation with Just Being on Instagram, and one of my friends on Instagram, and she said like, what she said? She said, "Hey, if meditation is not working for you, then like don't force yourself to do it. Like do what works for you." So for me, to me that kind of gave me permission to be like, okay, I don't need to do formal meditation. Instead, I could replace that with something that's more mindful. So for me, maybe my form of meditation is freestyle rapping in the car, which is something that random fact about Richard that that's like, yeah, that's something that I do. I'm awful. I'm an awful rapper, but I do it because it helps me free flow. It helps me be vulnerable with myself. It helps me get out of my head and just freaking flow. So that's maybe to me that's a different alternative to meditation. So if you have a hard time doing meditation, I would say consider trying a different alternative form of quote unquote meditation. So maybe that's freestyle, singing or rapping, or maybe that's maybe that's just going out for a walk, and just clearing your mind. Maybe it's sitting in a room, maybe it's staring at a tree, like I don't know what it is. Like figure out what is your version of meditation, or just kind of silencing all the crazy voices in your head. So yeah, that's what I have there. Hopefully that supports you with that question. Armando, I'll see you later. Good to see you on as well. Let's see. Alrighty. All right, let's see. I started counting calories, and over time started counting other things, fat, fiber, sodium, protein, etc. Same with the exercise. It started off doing a bit of cardio once a week, then it became daily. That's awesome. So if you're just tuning in right now, Yazan, who apparently talked to me, Yazan in the past 3 years has lost 55 pounds, and that's through just slowly building up a habit. Everyone knows this. When you build up a habit, it's hard. So whatever it is, you could start small and then just build yourself up. So Yazan said he started off with exercising 1 day a week and then it became a daily habit. So that's awesome, man. That's something that I'm doing. Scott says you have to make a video of your freestyle one day. Oh goodness. Yeah, one day. I'm pretty sure I'll do it one day. Like I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for like it's embarrassing. Like my beats are off. Like everything's off. It's just I just free flow, and yeah, it's embarrassing. Anyway, Scott, you weren't on earlier, but I was talking about how we do, we have accountability. So Scott Huynh is the reason why I am exercising every single day, because one day about a month ago, we both decided, okay, we both need to go to the gym or exercise more. We're not exercising. We're neglecting our bodies. And we realized if we want to become a better, whatever you want to call it, a better person, a better, more productive person, we got to work on ourselves first. So Scott's ridiculously busy. I don't know. I don't remember how many hours of work. It's like freaking 12 plus hours of work every single day, and long commute hours. But anyway, Scott and I both committed to exercising every single day. So every single day, that's what we do. And, Scott and I live halfway across the country. So, we only see each other like once or twice a year. But we do talk every single day. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm reading comments right now. Yeah, the actual inspiration came from you getting me to figure out exactly why I wanted to lose weight, as well as sending me a copy of an inspiration book as a gift, which helped me with routine. Oh, shit. My memory's so bad. Like I think I remember that. Yeah, it was it must have been the Miracle Morning that I sent you. That's super cool. That's crazy. I can't believe you freaking lost 55 pounds. That's amazing. And long time no see. Yeah. Let me see exactly why I was. So, what Yazan is saying is that probably one of the most important things about losing weight is to kind of figure out what's your inspiration, like what's your why. That's literally what I'm hearing. So if you want to lose weight, you got to figure out why do you want to lose weight, and sometimes it doesn't have to be the most, the best hot answer that there is. Sometimes it could be superficial or something like that. Whatever kind of gets you going, and then figure out your why along the way. So My quick example is what got me to lose my 60 pounds about 3 years ago. Why I was motivated to lose that is because, one, I had low self-esteem. Two, I always compared myself with my oldest brother, who's like super skinny, fit, all that kind of stuff. So my motivation was I wanted, for once in my life, I wanted to be skinnier than my brother, who's already a freaking twig. And that was my motivation. And then I hit it and I was super happy, and then I gained a bunch of weight. But that's okay. I'm working. I'm at 180 right now. My goal is to hit 165 in 3 months. So I'm pretty on track with that. Looking forward to it. Jake Valentine, what's up? Oh goodness, so good to see you on. Jake is awesome. Wow, all the cool people are signing on. Evelyn, Karen, a lot of great personalities, and how do I say this? Characters, personalities, hearts. Lots of heart in this room right now. All right. How does meditation help? I think I just answered that question earlier. I might have just repeated it twice. Yeah, that's what I did. You're gonna talk about other stuff. Let's see. I don't know. Questions. Give me some questions. I mean, today's topic is about nutrition and diets, and yeah. Let's see. Project Elevate says, "What up? I walk my dogs as meditation. I knock a chore and ease my mind." That's awesome. That's amazing. Alrighty. So, what now? So, what I'm gonna say right now is, first of all, thank you for hopping on, engaging. These past 3 days of doing live streams have been absolutely amazing. I've really enjoyed them, and I feel like there's been a lot of great conversations, and it's helped me a lot in terms of just moving forward. I'm going to continue doing live streams. I'm not, how do I say this? I'm kind of flexing it, but it feels like I'm probably going to be doing them every single day-ish, unless something comes up, which, like, I'm going to a conference in 3 days or so, 2-3 days. So I probably won't be doing those 3 days. But besides that, I will most likely be doing them every single day, because I just want to keep the flow going and have conversations so we can help each other out, so we can, just be more positive and improve our lives one little step at a time. Okay, so with that being said, again, I failed at actually eating food while streaming because I can't talk and eat at the same time. So I think we did a pretty good job with tackling nutrition and diets. There's always so much more to learn, and hopefully this little conversation, even though I'm not a food expert, at least gave some little tips or ideas or inspiration, and maybe it'll inspire you to eat just a little bit healthier, or maybe not, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, we're all here to support each other. So anytime you need anything, feel free to reach out, drop a comment, or join us in the Infinite Master community, where sometimes I'll post more private videos that I don't feel comfortable posting publicly, because that's my little home, my little escape. So yeah. All right, cool. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everyone. And thank you for the amazing questions that you all answered. Armando, let's see, Scott, Jake, Karen, Evelyn, thanks for hopping on. Rico, we got Mr. Darko and Project Elevate. Yazan, thank you too for hopping on as well. And sorry if I'm missing your name, but yeah, I appreciate you all. Alrighty, cool. That's all I got. Take care, and tomorrow is Tuesday. Before I hop off, the last final thing I'm going to do is schedule for tomorrow. So tomorrow's YouTube Live will be same time, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, that's December 5th, Tuesday. Let's see, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right? Cool. Take care, everyone. Bye.